Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting podcast here. It is the Grizzly Talk Podcast with your host, Kennedy Patterson. Welcome back to the podcast streaming on our platforms of iTunes, Spotify, iHeart Radio, Pandora, Podchaser, and also we are streaming and recording live from the GTP 94.6 radio station. We're live for our podcast here in the Grizzly Digital Network Media Room in GGC Athletics. Huge shout out to them. Thank you again, as always, for allowing us to record in the room for GGC Athletics. GDN and Matt Mahoney himself, thank you again for allowing us to record here. We have some exciting news here today. If you're not listening to us on our radio station, it's available on Spotify and iTunes with Apple Podcasts. It's going to be GTP 94.6, the radio station. That is our official GTP radio station. If you guys haven't listened to us thus far, what are you waiting for? It's all new. Radio station, you'll have the Grizzly Talk Podcast, some more exclusive video from either GGC itself, GGC Athletics, and other RSOs around on campus. And of course, on the radio station, we're playing some good, clean version music, of course, for the radio station. So I think that's something that you guys will enjoy. All you have to do is download either Spotify or iTunes. And I believe Apple Podcast kind of comes included with your iPhone if you have an iPhone. And then you just type in GTP 94.6, and then you're able to listen to our radio station for sure. The anticipation is really, really good, you guys. We've had a lot of good hits, and so to our surprise here at GTP, Grizzly Talk Podcast, that we have a 75% rate for listeners over in Mexico. So it's very unique. I told Caesar is one of the hosts for our shows here at GTP, and he was surprised, but he was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Like, that's different. We didn't know about that, but that's pretty cool. So it goes to show you that GTP goes a long way, and I'm just so humbled and so excited for the growth of GTP and the radio station in general. Now we're going to get on to the fun stuff. Of course, let's not forget Olas Noche de Jogos. Again, Olas, I'm sorry. Butchered the name wrong. I'm so sorry. But their event is tonight. The doors will open at 6 p.m. It's about 3 hours from now. They will have prizes, food, and music. Tonight is the night. Come out and join from 6 to 9:30 p.m. to see the RSO compete in a family feud-based game. Again, Olas, we've done their commercial. We've done their infomercial. We shout them out. Olas is a great partner with us here at GTP. And the competitors, you're going to have SGA versus ISA. So Student Government Association versus the International Student Association. That's going to be interesting to see. You got Alpha GGC, of course, versus GGC Law Society. So really exciting to see these RSOs compete. It's a showdown. Like, it really is a showdown for RSOs. It's all in great fun, and I just cannot wait to see this event, how this event will unfold. So it's going to be tonight, 6 p.m. That's when they're going to open the doors in the game room, of course. Now, the Globe, of course, looks like they're working on something, some more video content. They got a little sneak peek, and go follow their Instagram. It's the Globe_GGC. I know quite a few people over there for GGC. They do an awesome job with their content as well. So I just cannot wait for sure. We have GGC Ginger. If you guys don't know about GGC Ginger, she's one of the K9 dog units for GGC PD. They're ready for Friday. They have a nice picture. They're getting ready for Friday. It does feel like a Friday. It's a beautiful, and I do mean a beautiful day out here here in GGC. It's beautiful. It's a little cold, but it's sun shining. And, I have to steal a quote from Mr. Matt Mahoney. It's a BEA beautiful day here in Lawrenceville. That's one of his quotes when he starts his broadcasting. Speaking of broadcasting, I really recommend you guys come out for some of the games they have coming up for sure. The reason why I wanted to shout them out in particular, because they have Sunday baseball doubleheader starting at 11. They have a Wednesday on the 4th. If you guys are here, you're not traveling for spring break, I really recommend you guys coming out. The softball doubleheader is going to start at noon. that one's very special because yours truly will be directing 2 of the games there for Wednesday starting at noon. Yes. So the word will be out. The word will be out for sure. Again, I'm going back to the roots for GDN, and I'll be the director for their games on Wednesday. So if you want to come by and see how we do it, I really recommend you guys do that. GDN, they do an awesome job with it. So I can't wait to get back to my old roots in directing and production. It's going to be very fun. It's going to be kind of a nostalgia moment. And I wanted to do this for sure. We're probably going to put together a little sneak peek video of how we get it all done on Wednesday. I'll video record me arriving, of course, and I'll show you kind of behind the scenes of what GDN does while producing and directing the 2 games for sure. So to give the students a little flavor, give them a little something about GDN. That's something very special. I've been a part of GDN for 5 years now, so it really isn't an emotional moment, but it's a great moment to go back and to really see what they do. Of course, after spring break, they have games on the 9th and the 10th, both baseball being doubleheader. Well, Tuesday being doubleheader. Monday, they'll just have that 1 game. So I really recommend you guys come out for sure and do your thing for sure. Again, another announcement for sure. GGC admissions, they're going to be going live today at 3:30. By the time you're hearing the podcast, it's going to be a little bit later, but you can send them your cues and they'll answer them on the live stream at 3 o'clock on Instagram. So you guys can follow their Instagram. It's GGC admissions, all one word for them for their social media for sure. Of course, let's not forget the Black Student Union Black Excellence celebration will be also today, starting at 6 in the Elvis Center, in the Student Center. You guys can follow the Black Student Union on their Instagram. It's at bsu.ggc. Again, that's at bsu.ggc for more. It really is exciting time for sure for RSOs to come out there, and they're doing their events before students go out there for spring break. Spring break is among us, y'all. Yes, spring break is among us. It really is an exciting time for spring break. We're not ending this show. We have about 7 more minutes of the show, but I wanted to be sure to let the GGC students know to have fun on your spring break. Make sure you get a lot of work done. If you have a lot of schoolwork, well, not a lot of schoolwork, hopefully you're not behind, but if you have schoolwork to do, I really recommend you students take the time out to do the schoolwork. I know I will be working on my international marketing class. We have this thing called X Culture, and I will be working on that throughout the whole week. Of course, and also I'm working on a research paper for organizational behavior class. So I will be, of course, in the area of Atlanta. I will be doing property management. We'll be filming a new movie. We will be filming videos, and also I'll be doing some homework as well. And I am going to take the time to relax this week, so I encourage that to all the students out there getting ready for the spring break. And who knows? You know, maybe GTP, we might be doing a spring break special podcast. You know, you never know what comes out with GTP unless we decide and we do it. So really recommend you guys take care of that for spring break. It's going to be very, very great time to really take time to develop and really recoup and redo your thing. And you know, it's just going to be a very exciting time week for you guys out there. More news announcements coming from GGC Outdoor Adventures. Of course, you can join GGC Outdoor Adventures for a free rock climbing also today. The free shuttle will leave out, and this will be out there by the time you guys are hearing it. It will be one free shuttle leaves from the Wellness Recreation Center, Building F. They're going to be leaving at 5:30 p.m. and the first 10 students to sign up in the OA office the day of the event inside the Wellness Recreation Center, take a right. I really like their instructions on how to get to the office. They say inside WRC, take a right behind the vending machines. That's really cool. That's really nice. Of course, you can meet them there at any time before 9 p.m. for a free entry with your student ID. And the reason why they do this because, you know, after they're going to shut the doors and, you know, it won't be free after the 9 p.m. mark. So, again, if you have nothing going on this beautiful, and I do mean B-E-A beautiful Thursday, I really recommend you guys going out there for sure. Going to that free rock climbing is really amazing. The address will be the Stone Summit, Atlanta, 3701 Presidential Parkway in Atlanta, Georgia, our hometown, Atlanta. So, again, if you guys have nothing to do on this beautiful Thursday night, Really recommend you guys going out there for that event. It's going to be very, very exciting for sure. Of course, last but certainly not least, the Wellness Program presents the Grizzly Health Tabling Session. Of course, you can come join them every Thursday from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. So it's not really a grace period. There are some classes that's going on in between them, but you guys can come out and join them to different college health related tips, play trivia, and win prizes. So again, that's something very interesting to do. It's going to be in the A building lobby. Of course, it's going to be there. It's really, really exciting. Health is one of those things. We talked about it in many, many podcasts before. Health is very, very important. So I really recommend you guys going out there and doing your thing for sure. And more news announcements coming from the GTP-Bearly Actors RSO. Of course, you guys can follow their RSO as GTP-Bearly Actors. I like the name because Bearly, we're the Grizzlies. You guys get it. So again, GTP-Bearly Actors is coming up. Really, really exciting. They're heading to the STCE conference. Looks like they're taking Marta there. Looks like they're having a great time. And also, they're on a plane. As I'm watching their Instagram right now, they're on a plane to the STCE conference. Looks like they're having a fantastic time. For sure, it looks like they're having a fantastic time. They are partnered up with Aurora Theater. Of course, many people may not know this about Aurora. I haven't seen any of their plays yet. And I'm sad that I haven't, because I am a stage director. I've directed plays before. I've directed movies before. And, I see they're doing their thing up there for GTP-Bearly Actors. And it really, 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 really is an exciting time to see that they're doing something like that. Very special out there for the GGC community. GTP-Bearly Actors. High nomination for the GTP Spotlight later on tomorrow. So, of course, we do have some nominations of GTP-Bearly Actors and Black Student Union. Those are the two that are nominated for GTP Spotlight tomorrow. So you guys stay tuned for that for sure. They're out there doing their thing, and it's really, really amazing. Hopefully I get to work with some of the students with GTP-Bearly Actors. A little tidbit for you guys out there, a little sneak peek that, I am a director, and we're thinking about making a documentary series about radio and production. So, very, very exciting for sure. You guys hear it first on the GTP Spotlight. So we're looking to recruit students for GGC to be partake of this documentary film that we're filming in fall of 2020. We're not filming it now. We're waiting till fall to get to down that road. And we'll just see how that's going to go for that documentary film for sure. And I would love to have GGC Grizzlies Bearly Actors a part of that documentary films, not just acting, but just, telling me their input about radio and podcasting in general for sure. So that's going to wrap it up here on a beautiful Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll go and say it on the podcast. You guys know, I'm getting ready to graduate in December, and I had some good news today. I get to apply for graduation in April. So I'm kind of, overly excited for that for sure. It's been a journey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of GGC. It goes to show you that, and I'm talking in particular to my seniors out here in GGC, that's getting ready to graduate soon. It's been a long journey, but we're at the stretch mark right now. We're right there. It's time to stretch. It's time to really put in the hard work. Keep pushing for graduation in December. I have quite a few friends that I talk to now. They're getting ready to also graduate, in December 2020. So it's that moment where your advisors tell you, hey, it's time to apply for graduation. And it's like, man, it's been 4 years. I'm not afraid to say it. I've been GGC for 5 years. Fall will be my 5th year at GGC. So it's okay. It's not always a race. As long as you get the degrees and you cross the finish line, that's where it matters. But until then, we're going to still keep doing our podcasting and radio thing, and we're going to keep pushing forward for that for sure. So that's going to do it for the Grizzly Talk Podcast Thursdays episode, the GTP, the podcast special, with your host, Kennedy Patterson. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's show. Happy spring break, and stay safe, and we'll hear you guys in the next podcast. Go Grizzlies!